What is going on, FA Nation? John Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the Fantasy Alarm MLB DFS Game Day Playbook Preview Show. We're looking at a massive 14-game main slate here on a Friday. James is going to be on your Friday playbook here. I'm looking to see, do you have cores? No cores. Good luck out there. No cores on the slate for 14 games. Yankees actually home against Colorado for this series. So got that going for New York. They're about to sweep that one. A lot to talk about.
Sweep, John. Luis Hill in Chicago White Sox. You remember that one? I do.
I can't wait until what's his face there? Your lefty. I'm blanking on his name. Cortez or the other one. What's the other lefty you got there? Rodon.
Oh, Rodon.
Yeah, he's on. Speaking of Carlos Rodon, we'll just jump into pitching because he's on this slate.
He's very expensive.
He's $9,700.
He's very expensive. He's very expensive.
Last 2 days, Colorado against lefties had faced Patrick Corbin and Mitchell Parker, and were absolutely shut down by both of those two starters. Patrick Corbin, 6 inning and earned run, 8 strikeouts on the Thursday early slate. If you paid attention to our Thursday early preview show, you heard me talk about all the reasons why Patrick Corbin just might actually be a good play for that slate, and he was. So I saw some comments on that video. Yeah, like I understand some of these numbers for Rodon don't look great either, but it's not going to matter. There is no worse team in baseball against left-handed pitching on the road pretty much than the Colorado Rockies here. So chalk probably because he's $9,700 and there's going to be monster win equity. But he would be the first person. Again, couldn't wait to talk about pitching just to talk about him. He's the first person I'm putting in. And their sale on this slate against Washington at home. There's Luis Castillo at home here on this slate against the Giants too. Also, pitchers in good spots here. But for me, Rodon's the one.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously an elite spot. So I have no problem getting there. It's obviously a good ballpark for hitting, but anytime you can see Patrick Corbin mow a opposing lineup down, then there is merit to just about using any other pitcher in the game from the left side against that offense. So I definitely like Rodon. I'm good with really the top 3. Rodon probably is number 1, just considering price. Chris Sale is as good as it gets when it comes to strikeouts. I don't know if we thought Chris Sale would slow down. He hasn't. 10, 12, 10 strikeouts in each of the last 3 games for Chris Sale. Now, Washington's not exactly a strikeout spot, John. 10 strikeouts in their meeting earlier in the year because that's what Chris Sale does. So if you want to play Chris Sale, if you can get there comfortably, by all means. I would say, though, like if you're playing Chris Sale, that probably takes you out of the Aaron Judge versus Kyle Freeland sweepstakes or like whatever other top name you want to spend up for. Yeah. But I think Rodon for me is 1, Sale's 2, Castillo's 3. Not that I don't like Castillo at home. I also just don't think on a slate-to-slate basis he has as much upside as Chris Sale.
Sure. I mean, Hunter Brown versus Baltimore. I liked Spencer Arrighetti tonight. That worked out. 6 shutout innings.
It was good.
Those splits against lefties were legit. What are your thoughts on running that back with Hunter Brown with the way he has pitched? Chris Bassett at home against the Angels. I'm not really in on Bivey or Evaldi in their spots. Not sure how you feel about them. Waka, Blackburn, Sears has been really good lately. You got Musgrove at home. Thoughts on this AK tier?
Yeah, I mean, Hunter Brown's just turned into a really good pitcher, so I am perfectly fine getting there. Agree on the Bivey Evaldi duo. Tournaments, large field stuff only. Bassett is in a very interesting spot. He has obviously had a very disappointing season. A very interesting week, that's true. With the Shohei Ohtani comments, that's obviously very eye-popping. But, he's had a largely inconsistent season, but it is a really, really elite matchup. So I don't love the price, but I'm okay with it. No thanks on Michael Wacha, although he's coming off a bunch of good starts in a row. And that's usually what we do with Michael Wacha. We just kind of shoo him to the side. But it is a tough matchup, but I'm sure he'll be 6 innings, 2 runs, and we'll be like, oh, right, he was good again. Blackburn, good ballpark, has been decent for the Mets. 84, eh. The Sears thing is interesting because he's been so damn good for a long period of time. Basically since July, right before July in that Arizona start, he has largely been great outside the Houston start. This is length we have never gotten from JP Sears before. This is pitch amount of pitches we've never seen. The strikeouts have been there. So, in tournaments, I'm good with him. Milwaukee's obviously good against lefties, but in tournaments, I'm good with it. Musgrove did look good in his return, 73 pitch or in his second start, but still just 73 pitches. Don't think I want to pay that price. And Mackenzie Gore just can't figure it out. And I don't think the Braves is exactly the spot that I care to test if Mackenzie Gore can figure it out.
No, I agree. I'm definitely not testing him out. He's been pretty bad. Underneath that group, Bayo's pitched a little bit better.
Yeah, he's been really good the last two starts.
I said he's been pitching a little bit better. I mean, the last two been pretty good. Can you rely on that against Arizona? I don't know. Ryan Nelson has been pitching really well, but he's at Boston in Boston. I'm not sure if we want to chase that matchup necessarily. You get Birdsong against Seattle at home, so maybe there's some strikeout upside. Kiter Montero against the White Sox could be a pretty appealing spot at 64 here.
Did you see? So I don't know if you noticed, and I'm sure you have because we do this every day. Him and Tarek Skubal are the only starters that Detroit have right now. Everyone else is a long relief for opener, but they're starting Montero and they're starting Tarek Skubal, at least for the time being. We don't know what Tarek Skubal's deal is, but I think Montero is really interesting because there's also some strikeout appeal to Kiter Montero. He's had some really crooked numbers in terms of strikeouts. And 2 of the last 3 games, he's looked really good. 8 strikeouts in Seattle, 5 scoreless innings against the Yankees. So I have no problem getting to him at 64. I think he's going to be largely popular. Him and Birdsong. Now look, there is a case to be made, and I'm going to say it, that if you are strongly convicted that Aaron Judge and Juan Soto are going to demolish Kyle Freeland in this spot in Yankee Stadium, there is a chance you can go Birdsong Montero
and just spend up on all
and then just spend up on the bats. But I mean, what if Montero's gone for 22 plus in 2 of his last 3 starts, right? And now gets the worst team in baseball. Birdsong has a 12 strikeout game followed by an 8 strikeout game, 27 and 35 fantasy points, and now has the best pitching environment in the league.
And strikeout rate versus righties in Seattle.
There is a legitimate case that you don't need to spend up on pitcher today. I agree on your Rodon call. Like, I'm not just gonna say like you don't, but like that is a legit 6K tier.
I mean, if you did Kiter and Rodon and Judge Soto, what does that give you?
Or just one of them.
3,400 to play. I mean, like, we'll punt a catcher. We'll go play probably like a cheap second baseman. I bet we could get to like 4K a play by the time we get to the rest of the outfield, rest of our group here.
I mean, there is obviously like a lot of appeal to playing them right now, right? Yeah. Like we just haven't seen what's happening before. At least with a duo. Like they're the best duo since when? Since who? Barry Bonds and whoever their second best player was?
Like McGuire and Canseco.
And that was in early 2000s or late 90s in Oakland?
The Red Sox World Series teams had Ortiz and Manny.
Yeah, but like they weren't hitting home runs like this.
No, I mean, they had 40, and I think Ortiz hit 50 once, but like...
Judges at 50 before September.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Not wrong.
I'm just saying, I'm not like discrediting them because obviously they're super elite.
No, I mean, I'm just trying to think of like duos, right, that did damage like that. Palmeiro and like Juan Gonzalez back in the steroid day, maybe. Like
I was gonna say, there's none of the names are not linked to steroids. Every single one, every single one.
So, anyways, that's pitching. Catcher. Again, looking for some value probably at the position. Especially if we're going to try to jam in 2, if not definitely 1. Can always go back to Kirk. He's 33. Trevino, Freeland, 32.
Yep.
Your boy Francisco Alvarez hit that walk-off the other day. He's 3,100 against Musgrove.
I think that's his only hit in the last like 2 years.
Well, it worked.
No, for them on that day that he pinch hit for, so it didn't work for really anything else other than that.
Lefty Matt Tice versus Chris Bassett at 26.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then obviously like we will have lineups and plenty of punts. Miguel Amaya hit a grand slam. He gets
He
Max
did.
Meyer. The day before, Christian Bethancourt, his third home run in like 7 games. If you want to play, like both catchers for the Cubs are absolutely free if you want to play either of them.
Okay. First base. What are you thinking?
First base, you can play Ohtani if you want. That's fine. You can play Vlad. A little disappointing of a night for Vladdy on Thursday, but
Yeah.
Never like shying away from playing.
We 5-stacked Toronto, and it was the like 5 through 7 hitters that did all the damage.
Yep. Ernie Clement hit a home run above his head. I don't know if you saw the pitch.
I did.
It literally was over his head. Vladdy perfectly fine going back to. You can always play Harper even though he's struggling. Olsen, Alonso's fine in tournaments. I would say like largely it's Vlad and Ohtani if you want. And then like tournaments, you could. I mean, Jake Berger continues to hit home runs. Like when you think he's going to slow down, he doesn't.
Agreed.
Another home run on Wednesday. 5,200 is expensive, but Kyle Hendricks is also.
Yeah, I mean you have Pasquantino against Taiwan there at 5K as well. They gave Yanier first base eligibility.
Yeah, he was eligible on the Thursday slate as well.
Yeah. Working our way down. Torkelson homered on Thursday.
He did.
He's 4K versus Flexen.
Chris Flexen, the least profitable pitcher in baseball.
Yeah.
This year.
What else we got? What else are you thinking?
I mean, like Yepez it's a really tough spot, but obviously he hits lefties well. Jonah Bride hits righties well. $3,500 for Jonah Bride.
It's really not a lot down here.
Salute to Joey Votto for retiring.
Yeah, just play him in for the retirement.
DJ LeMahieu. I don't even know if he'll be in. I don't even. Cavadas. Maybe this is this Cavadas spot here.
Yeah.
Lefty against Bassett. You get
maybe
Cavadas home run or what?
Maybe. Bush versus Meyer there, maybe.
Yep.
All right, second base we go. Altuve versus a lefty is your top guy there in Povich. Renalao against Miller at 5K. Got Massey at 45 still.
Don't love this tier.
No, I don't either. I'm telling you. I think value is where we kind of look to go here.
Correct. Glaber leading off 39. That's in play.
Yep.
Gavin Lux, lefty doesn't really matter at this point. He's hitting everything. Whit Merrifield probably will hit second again. He's been really good for the Braves. If you want to play Whit. Jeff McNeil, second base eligible, $3,300.
Cookie 36.
Cookie 36. Edward Julian is playing, and he's playing well for Minnesota again. Hits righties extremely well.
Yeah,
he gets Payante. Connor Norby has been called up. They called him the most polarizing trade asset at the deadline because nobody knows how to assess Connor Norby. Nobody knows if he's like actually good or if he's not a good prospect.
Yeah, just a product of a loaded like minor team.
Yep, that's exactly. And then we'll get where do we got?
We got Leo Jimenez at 24. Will Wagner's 23.
Holy cow! And we know Jimenez will probably hit 9th with the righty, and Wagner will hit 6th if they follow suit with their same lineup.
Agreed. Third base. Jose Ramirez, 63. Devers, 58. Royce Lewis, 56. Vladdy's back with third base eligibility.
Come on.
55. Bregman versus lefty, 53. Berger, Machado, Chapman round out the 5K tier.
Weren't we begging for the Vladdy third base eligibility on the Thursday
Monday or the Thursday slate? We were, yeah.
good with like anybody there. I mean, Bregman probably is my favorite play. I do like the Royce. So Royce Lewis has been incredibly good at home, and Payante has had that reverse split uh stuff for 3 years now. So if you
Mhm.
want to play Payante, this feels like a Royce Lewis home run spot, 56. But I think Bregman 53 is probably my favorite over 5K
What do
overall.
you think of the mid tier here?
I mean, Max Muncy probably hits a home run. Probably is where I'd first look
They're
because
doing it a
he
lot.
hits a home run every time he plays. I don't think there's anything else when Ernie Clement exists in the world. Hit a home
Sure.
run for his third straight game at 3,600. He's been pretty awesome. If you are playing Milwaukee, Joey Ortiz hits lefties well. He'll hit at the bottom of the lineup, but perfect. It's fine for a wraparound stack. Paul DeJong. I mean, dude, he's been really good this year.
Yeah.
Kind of resurgent. And he's hit righties extremely well this season. If you're playing against Taiwan Walker, who has also not like been great, I'm good with DeYoung. As Oswald Peraza will be in the lineup with a lefty on the mound. He's been getting on base. He's been somewhat productive. I mean, I know obviously the home run, you know, he's carrying most of the water here, but he has been on base. He's going to hit at the bottom of the lineup, so there's always potential he comes up with Aaron Judge and
Yeah.
with Soto up at the plate. So I'm good with getting some Peraza as well.
Sure. Norby also eligible down here. So if you're
Caminero,
looking
and I didn't say Caminero as well.
right at Caminero. Shortstop. Bobby Witt, Gunnar Henderson, Lindor, Turner, Abrams, Seager, Tovar, Fitzgerald, your 5K and above group.
Seems pretty good baseball players there.
Useful.
Um, I mean,
I mean,
I'm beating a dead horse here. Bobby Witt is the best play
I
here,
think it's Witt or Seager because Seager's
and then
54.
Seager is the discount that we have talked about. Like, I don't understand why he's continuously priced like this. I just don't. I do not understand. He has a lot of home runs in not that many games. Like
Yeah,
he has hit so many home runs. Um, that's I think the clear pivot off of
I would
Bobby.
agree. Um, we got a Pena against a lefty at 45. A lot of injuries in this tier. Would you go anybody else in 4K other than Pena?
Volpe at 4K. He's been a little
Okay.
better last few games. Hits in 5 straight, 3 straight games with extra base hits, and 3 stolen bases his last 3 games as well.
Okay. Value?
Clement again, Edmund again, Cedon Rafaela.
Sure.
We've talked about this for a while. Like he's in a pretty good rhythm right now at the plate. He is a very streaky hitter, so
Yep.
I would play Rafaela against a righty. That's been
Yeah.
the better split.
Obviously, Ryan Nelson, just no home runs ever given up by this
Yeah,
guy, but
yeah, it is annoying.
it is a tough spot for Ryan Nelson, obviously.
In Fenway, I know he
In
does
Fenway
not have
with
to
the
pitch.
righty.
Yeah, he does not have to pitch in Fenway, his home ballpark. So
Yeah.
that's like, Geraldo Perdomo homered. You know,
Sure.
2023 All Star,
Yeah.
$3,000. We've talked about the Bayo thing for quite a while, right? Brian Bayo, power, lefties.
Mhm.
Not that Perdomo is like flashing much of it, but he has homered twice in a
Yep.
short period of time.
Jimenez can be played down here as well at 24 if you're looking to punt. But we like spending up at short.
Yep.
Outfield. We tried to jam in Judge and Soto to start the show, so no reason. Soto's last 8 hits, I think 7 of them were homers, and then he had like
Yes.
that 2 RBI double. So
Yep, that is accurate. He is very good at
so
baseball.
yeah, a lot of power. Obviously, Aaron Judge is your number one guy. Price drop on Aaron Judge.
Ooh, discount. We're getting rid of
Discount.
it. I mean, like, I think I said it yesterday. I think Aaron Judge, you're like, maybe it's different on a 14 game slate, but you're just not profiting by not playing him at this point.
I agree. He homers more often than he doesn't right now. So
44 home runs in his last 99 games.
yep. And it's a
That
big
is,
slate. So like there's value to be had to build him into your lineup. So
yeah, like if you're not playing Soto, and of course today, the Thursday slate, I've said it ad nauseum. If you only want to play one and then pivot to Stanton, right? That's like a contrarian
Yeah,
play.
Stanton homers on the bench.
Stanton hits the
Yeah,
3-run home run, and Soto
yeah,
is an offer.
yeah.
It's like, so you can obviously do that if you want to play Soto instead of Judge, or Judge instead of Soto, and then play Stanton. Or if you want to just jam both of them in, you can
Right.
do that too.
Tier below them. I mean, Corbin Carroll's been really good lately.
Really good. Yep. Karen
Uh,
Duran has been really good.
yeah, obviously
Duran
Jared
has been
Duran,
really good.
really good, $5,900. Ozuna versus Gore feels like a bingo spot.
Yeah, that feels like a.
Um,
If I can bet, if I'm in a legal betting state, maybe bet a home run.
yeah, Mookie Betts against Alexander. I mean, Betts always hits lefties really well.
Yeah, and they're actually extending Alexander into starter territory. So, agreed.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Bellinger.
All of Detroit, right? Riley Green, Kerry Carpenter, Parker Meadows, all different price points as well, but all get flex in here.
Dude, I will say, I don't know if a 14 game slate, if we're getting too crazy, like liking Detroit here. But you gave Colt Keith the shout out at 36.
Dude, I played Jace Jung the other day. We even mentioned him here. Jace Jung, $2,400 at third. You want to get Aaron Judge Soto? You play Jace Jung at third.
Dude, Trey Sweeney, 2,200 at shortstop.
Yeah.
Lefty who hit a home run the last time. I don't know. There's something in the water here. Maybe we're sipping the Detroit Kool-Aid now that they're fully healthy and like have everyone up, John. But I don't know, man. They're kind of fun.
I'm not arguing, dude.
They're like
Torque was 4K, you know, right? Like
Riley Green's 5K, and that's like fine. But like the Carpenter 42, the Meadows 34, like those prices feel really good.
Meadows is going to lead off, and he had 2 more hits yesterday. So I like Detroit, dude. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
not going to lie. They're a fun team right now.
Teoscar at 5K. Teoscar against a lefty. I'd always play Teoscar.
Yeah, Merrill versus Blackburn. Jake McCarthy keeps hitting. He's at Mayo, $4,700. Let's see here. Springer stays hot. You want to go there? Burleson versus Festa. Carpenter versus Flexen. We talked about those two guys in that mid spot.
Chorio 42.
Yeah, Sears has been really good. I don't know. I'm a little worried on Chorio there.
This is a Luis Robert home run spot against Kiter Montero. Kiter Montero, a lot of power against.
A lot of people are going to play Kiter, and Luis Roberts kind of just sink him. So.
Yeah, I mean, Luis Robert has for a $4,100 player, he has as high a ceiling as anyone on the slate.
Sure, because he's a super talented player. He just doesn't care anymore because he's in Atlanta. Varsho's 4K. Wallner versus Palante is probably pretty solid too.
Yeah. Palante has been reverse splits, but it is a fine spot for sure. Blade has been really good, really, really good. Power, especially.
Yeah.
Home runs lately.
Homer yesterday.
Donovan 38. If you're
Melendez 35.
Yeah, he's been super good.
Dude, Edmund had really good numbers against lefties while he was with St. Louis.
He did, and he'll hit ninth, and that means hitting behind him is Shohei and Mookie, right? So
yeah. Peralta, someone you mentioned a bunch. Meadows is down here. Yep. The problem is it's a 14-game slate. I guess it's not a problem jamming in Soto and Judge, but like if you do that, it only leaves you with one more outfield spot.
I mean, I'm good with it. Just depends on what you're doing. Like it's Kyle Freeland in Yankee Stadium, right? It's the Yankees are, without looking, going to have the highest implied run total on the board. I think that's Nico Cavadas, by the way, just his first career home run, 3-run home run.
Did he?
He did. 3-run.
We knew it was going to come eventually.
3-run home run in the 9th inning.
Of who?
Let's look. It was off Nance, not Larry.
Okay.
Not Larry Nance. Tommy Nance, maybe the cousin of Larry Nance.
I already know who that is. So
he's a Blue Jays reliever. But Cavadas was 1 for 4 with 3 RBIs, a home run, no strikeouts tonight.
Wow.
0.
Good for him. Good for him. We had only been playing that, waiting for it. Didn't play it today. 3-run. 2K 3-run. So
we did talk pretty
extensively
about So I would say, like, on the point that you made, like, I agree. It just depends on where your lineup takes you. Because like if you're building a 5-man Yankee or a 4-man Yankee, and
I mean, if we did not
Kyle Hendricks,
we did the Montero Bird song
easy.
with Soto, Judge. I mean, that's 4K a play, and that's for me. That's basically you get our little. So we got Jace here.
So say you have your Detroit Jason Cole Keith or what?
Jace, Torque, Meadows.
And then you could play Glaber, 1, 2, 3 Yankees. And then
I mean, I was thinking.
Yeah, Glaber and then punt catcher.
Oh, is that what Torres is? Yeah, 39, 33. I mean,
yeah.
Is that the worst thing you've seen? It's not. I don't think so. You just got Judge, Soto, and Witt.
Now that is obviously
a super tournament play.
Yeah, you guys can see we're
super tournament
not
play.
paying up for pitching. That is
you take out and go like Rodon here, $3,400. Still playing Witt.
Yeah, it's easy.
Right, like you're still playing Witt, and then what do you do? What's your other
3,400 outfield? I mean, Lawrence. Play Lawrence. 3,400. You could play Lawrence Butler if you wanted to.
Yeah. So you can get a cheaper catcher. Theis versus a lefty. It's 41. Does that get us Carpenter or anything?
No, he's 42.
42. Oof.
Luis Robert.
We
have Cutter. I know. Yeah, I know. Wallner. You give Wallner a shout. Blade has been good. Sadan.
Yeah. Where's your Butler play?
Or MJ. You can play MJ. You can also go down from Glaber to like Colt Keith, and then you can. But then we'll have like a 5-man Detroit.
No. I like him, but like well, where's our Wagner guy? Where's Will Wagner?
He's 23.
All right.
Now we're paying up at catcher.
Can we get?
Del Castillo exists in the world,
we're close to getting Rodon and or $200 off. We just got to move off of somebody here. There's our
move off Torque, because then we'll go like Amaya or Bethancourt at catcher. Just play one of the Cubs. Just plug one of the Cubs catchers in. They're so free and they're both hitting home runs. I think Bethancourt is cheaper.
3,700 first baseman. Carlos Santana.
Not the guitarist.
I mean, if you want, listen. Witt, Soto, Judge. We're just getting obviously crazy
with Rodon.
With Rodon. So
with Rodon.
Yeah. I'm not arguing. I got nothing. I think a playable lineup, because if Witt, Soto, and Judge all hit home runs and Rodon throws a shutout, like you're probably sitting pretty. So because no one's gonna have all three of them. So like
no.
All right, so just a couple of example lineups we built for you guys. James will be on that playbook, so check that out. We'll be back live at 5 p.m. Eastern. Until then, we'll catch you later.